What is going on, everybody? I am Rob Westerman, the third of GBP Daily, and thank you for tuning in to the Rob Westerman Show. You can find me all over the social sphere at GBP Daily. Shoot me a follow, subscribe to the YouTube. Greatly appreciate that. Hit me up into the DMs. I am always available to talk Packers anytime, any day. And today is Tuesday, January 20th. Already almost the end of January. It's crazy. Happy everyone. Hope you have a great weekend for a long holiday weekend with MLK Day being yesterday. How is the first week going? Matt LaFleur, Brian Gutekunst are back, both signing a contract extension the other day, so they will continue to be our guys for the foreseeable future. And I think it was the right move for both of them. I never thought it was a legit, scenario where Matt wasn't going to be our guy next year or beyond. Reports did say that Ed Policy made his decision the day after our loss to Chicago in the playoffs. So no time wasted there. Clearly the collapse played part in his decision to keep or let him go. 21-3. I'm not necessarily still hurting because it really came to no surprise that we did choke that game away. I mean, we saw that same movie a few weeks back to the same exact team. So I am a little shocked, though, that there was maybe no hesitation. But I think mainly with how decimated our team was this year, the collapse was obviously awful. But there clearly was some leeway from policy given all that's happened this past year. So as for Goody, 100% the right move as well, in my opinion. I know he gets some heat, and some of it deservedly so, right? But his draft picks in Golden Van Ness and Jordan Morgan all showed out big time against the Bears individually in our playoff game. So he's, as we all know, hit on some big-time free agents outside of this past offseason, of course, with Nate Hobbs and Aaron Banks. Banks really being the massive miss. Hobbs more so due to injury. And, yeah, Xavier McKinney, Josh Jacobs the year before, Keyshawn Nixon before he became our cornerback one, right? That was a great pickup. And trading for Micah Parsons. That's a big-time move. So the Smith Bros back in the day, you name it. I'm more than happy with what Good has done during his tenure. And, of course, there is room for improvement, but smart all around as far as bringing both Matt and Goody back. Anybody planning on going to any Bucks games this winter? Maybe any Brewers games this upcoming summer? Maybe any Badgers basketball games? Do not use any other ticket site other than TickPick. They guarantee the cheapest tickets on the market, and if you find cheaper tickets elsewhere, they will refund you 110% money back. Same tickets as everybody else. StubHub, SeatGeek, all those guys, and TickPick is the cheapest every single time. Shout out to TickPick. They are the best in the biz. Let's hop into the comment section here, shall we? And as always, if you want to be a part of the show, give me a call on the Nicolet Law hotline, 319-242-2332, the Midwest personal injury law firm that actually shows up when you need them. If you have been hurt in a crash, fall, or another accident, the last thing you want to deal with is the insurance companies and the paperwork. Nicolet Law takes that off your plate so you can focus on healing up. They walk you through your options. They handle the insurance companies and fight to get you what is fair. No upfront fees, no guesswork, just local attorneys who have your back. Call 1-800-NICOLET or visit nicolet.com. What do we got firing up in the Braden? Great start to the conversation. So are we going to fire Rich or... Yeah, Braden, I don't know what is going on. Genuinely, why is Rich Bisaccia still employed by the Packers? I don't know. That's a great question. He is the highest paid special teams coordinator in the league. We have consistently had bottom 5 special teams units year after year after year, going way back before Rich. Nothing's changed, right? We saw it against Chicago. It cost us big time. Brandon McMahon missing 2 field goals, missing an extra point. We saw a couple big punt returns by the Bears. The special teams play in that game can be argued that it cost us the game. So, yeah, I don't know how he's still have some dirt on the Packers overall, right? I will say he is also the assistant head coach. So his duties go beyond the special teams, which him right there. But either way you kind of talk about it or whatever way you want to put it, he has not done good enough and does not deserve to be employed as the special teams coordinator, at least in my opinion, and I think in the opinion of 99% of Packers fans. So, but none of our opinions matter, right? It is up to the head honchos at 1265. Hopefully they will make a decision. But the longer it looms on, the more I think he will be back next year, unfortunately. So, Braden, I'm with you. I'm surprised he's still around, but we shall see if anything changes here going forward. Thank you, Braden. Appreciate you for hopping in. Have yourself a great Tuesday. What else we got? My man Ryan in the house. No football. What has Rob been up to lately? Ryan, I've been just chilling, right? I've still been watching some football here and there. Nothing too crazy though. I went to Omaha this past weekend with the fam, watched some professional volleyball. My cousin plays for the Orlando Valkyries. She is a beast. So, yeah, I got to watch her ball out. Hit up the zoo yesterday. That was great. And, yeah, outside of that, nothing too new. I am excited for the rest of the playoffs, right? We've got the Rams and Seahawks this upcoming Sunday and the Patriots and the Broncos with no Bo Nix, which is terrible if you're a Broncos fan. Man, you win the game, everything's going great, and then boom, the news comes out that Bo Nix broke a bone in his foot. That is tough sledding right there. I think for the rest of the way, I don't know why I am rooting for the Patriots. I don't know why. I would love to see Devontae get a ring, so I wouldn't mind a Rams Super Bowl championship either. But for some reason, I am rooting for the Patriots. So, but yeah, Ryan, business as usual over here at the Westerman household. So appreciate you. What have you been up to? Let me know in the chat, Ryan. Appreciate you as always. What else we got? My man Brian, successful hate watch complete on Sunday night. That was glorious, wasn't it, Brian? I watched the tail end of the game, so I wasn't in full hate watch mode, but obviously was a massive Rams fan on Sunday. I thought for sure the Bears were going to pull that out until, of course, Caleb Williams throws the back-breaking interception, and it looked like him and the Bears receiver we're on a little bit of a different page there. But how tough is that if you're a Bears fan? You need, 15, maybe 20 yards to get into field goal position. And Cairo Santos is a great kicker. And you make that field goal and you go to the NFC title game to play Sam Darnold and the Seahawks for a chance to go to the Super Bowl. And instead, Caleb throws an interception. The Rams go right down the field, hit the field goal, and it's over. That's got to be devastating. And we as Packers fans, unfortunately, know all too well about devastating losses. But, yeah, that's a tough way to go out as a Bears fan. And a great way if you are a Packers fan, right? I do give the Bears some props, though, this year. They fought to the end of every single game, most of the time coming out on top. Right? A bunch of comeback wins. And, yeah, including Sunday night. They fought all the way down. That fourth down conversion at the end of the game. At that point, I thought the Bears were gonna win the game at that point, but they did not. So, Brian, hope you had yourself a good time watching the game. All right. What do we got? Tristan, defensive coordinator. Who are we getting? Tristan, well, there's a bunch of names out there right now. Reported by Tom Silverstein, Matt LaFleur has already reached out to the Eagles defensive back coach, Christian Parker, and the Vikings DB coach, Durante Jones, to set up interviews. So that's our starting point. Christian Parker was on staff under Matt as a quality control assistant. And he then went to the Broncos and has now been with the Eagles. Durante Jones has already had defensive coordinator interviews with the Cowboys, Jets, and soon to be the Giants. So, a hot commodity. Some other names to watch out for. Washington, our current coach, Leonard, who is in Denver. That could be a name all of us Badger fans are. Raheem Morris could be a target, right? He just got fired from the Falcons after being their head coach for the last few years. So, yeah, a lot of good candidates out there, but they'll go fast. So hopefully we'll bring someone in who can bring some juice on defense, because although I did like Jeff Hafley, I think he was maybe a little overrated, dare I say. Our guys lacked the juice this past year, with the exception of Micah. So, if I had to guess, if I had to hope, Raheem Morris would be a great addition, right? Former head coach. I thought he did a decent job with what he had over there in Atlanta. Jim, I think that would be fun. But, who knows at this point, right? So thank you, Tristan. All right, guys, that is going to do it for me today. Thank you again for tuning in. Always love talking Packers with you guys. Hit me up on social media at GBP Daily. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Any sort of interaction helps myself and helps the page. I will be back and at it again tomorrow. Thank you again for tuning in, and I will catch you guys later. Thank you.